Woo! Hello! It's me, your friend John. It's not Ben because Ben is busy. He's actually working on getting the last, well, not the last, one of the milestones, unlocks, I don't know what they're called, for the exoplanet colony, getting that finished up and squared away. Today you have me, and I'm excited to be here with you all. And I want to say hello to those who come in during the pre-show, which I want to talk about right now. I want to say hello to Hazard Rat, Solo Spirit, Shergal, Kathy, Doug Jeffries, and I don't know this one, Gryphon3241. I've added to the spacing by introducing vacuum. Yes. It's not a Dyson, it's a cheapo. It's a Dirt Devil Power Express. In Sweden, they don't have Dirt Devils because that's a rude word. That's my cleaning area. Normally there's also a mop there, but I think it's somewhere in the kitchen. No, it's in there. It's, you see the top bit of it. And those are my teddy bears from my youth. I keep them. They're not allowed to escape. That's everything. And of course, someone already made the joke of, hi, your friend John. What are we doing today? We're going to be talking about the Galeos. This is going to be a short stream. We're going to be talking about the sale coming up. And I also want to talk about a Kickstarter that's being done that I think is pretty neat. And let's go straight into the... Actually, you know what? Why don't we talk about the... Let's do out of order. So that you still keep your teddy bears from your youth in your beds. And then you go, oh, okay. See, we're all the same. Let's actually take a look at a Kickstarter that's going on. And here it is. It is it's the Outbound Station Medwing. It's done by Kathy, and it looks so neat. I'm not even. It's a. It's yours. It's a whole medical wing thing done with GridForge, though it's her wall system. And I don't completely agree with her wall system. We can fight about it later, Kathy. But the point is, it's a really cool thing, though. And it has all this different stuff, different tiles, and look at all this. And the only thing I wish she had done was make more of a contrast with the darker colors with the white, because there's so much white, but I get what she was going for. But hey, that's something you can change. It's all, when you do your own AMS color printing. Yes. I always say your name wrong. That's why I don't say your middle name anymore, or last name, whatever it is. It has these little panel thingies. I think it's cool. Yeah, the walls, the little double supporty clip side thingy. That's not standard. But I love this little thing because you could swap out the areas, and this is that way you don't have to do a bunch of layer changes to put in new symbols and such. I also could see there being different color codes. And then this feels a little bit, that's just too much to read. I'm not reading all that. Like a general ward, look how fancy and nice and clean. And there's a cybernetics ward. And there's this private ward because people... Why is it it seems we're moving away from, for a while in the United States, you always got a private room in the hospital. Now it seems to be reverting back to where you have to pay extra to get a private room. Anyway, a consulting little room. Oh, isn't it fun? So many neat things. Don't like the blood one, so I'm just going to skip over when we get to it. But quarantine, yeah, I'm going to skip over that one. Research lab, blood's not my thing. No, thank you. And the morgue, and the little body things. It's kind of like, Second Dynasty loves a good toilet, a working little toilet lid and everything. And with Kathy, you have to working morgue doors. That's important. I can imagine in play you could have like something in there. Did you also model like a sheet over a human being? As in... Huh. I didn't notice that until just now. Then we go through, it's all this fun stuff. And then we have... I was wondering. You dropped it with Blender physics. This is just all kind of neat stuff. Now, when I do out of no favoritism, when I back, I always back for no reward. and just do all kinds of stuff. And look how cool they have a new waiting room. I don't like it. It's too open and spacious. We need to cram people in a little bit tighter, Kathy. Make it to where they face each other. You're putting xenomorphs in there? Ooh. And then, oh, there are no pictures yet. But look at all this. Look at all the stuff you get. Don't be like me. Back for the actual campaign. There's an all-in pledge right here. And what's this? Merchant? No, thank you. Collectors? What's the difference between collectors? Oh, that's just everything she's released. Okay, and this one's all done. This one's, you can't do it. Sorry. Just focus on this one. Get this one. Okay. Hey, it's Ben! Hello, Ben. It's so good to talk to you. Now let me get my OBS changed, because what are we talking about next? I want to switch back over to the sales pitch. Ready? So let's go to the sales pitch. We are going to be having a sale, and I'm going to let Benjamin help us. So here he is. He's a model. It's a one-day offer for 50% off. And it's going to be good. Now here's the best part. It's actually not just good for all of our regular items, but it'll be 50% off our bundles as well. So if you're in our tribe and you've been wanting to get a discount on our bundles, I believe this is the only day you can do that. And it's on, I wish the date was on here. It's on the 22nd of February, which is a Sunday. Yeah, the lower levels of Kakita Station. Makes sense. And you have fun with that. I told them that you were doing something. And you would use this code. If you're in our tribe, which is a monthly subscription, kind of like Patreon, you already get 50% off the whole month. But this code's valid only on the 22nd, and it works on our bundles too. So there. It's Second Dynasty Day 2026. I originally wrote 2025, and I even made the coupon code, and it did all the work to get it ready. Then I realized I had the wrong year. Then Benjamin also wants you to know about that there is a coupon code. This is in a big new starship, only 2222. That's only on Second Dynasty Day as well, as it will go up in price. It will launch on the 22nd at $44.44. Yes, I realized. Not someone else, me. I take the credit here, Ben. You had nothing to do with it. So I don't know what else you want from me. Yes, I realized when Ben told me. But that's the same as me realizing it. Right? Yeah, we'll go with it. And so that's what I want to talk about. Please explore that. Now, what's the ship that'll be launched at 44.44, which you get 50% off, so it's 22.22? It will be the Galeos. Now, I don't want to take all the credit there. So Galeos was actually what happened, Shergal? Why'd you retract your message? That's rude. I'm very offended. And speaking of Shergal, yes, don't get lost in the lower corridors, Ben. Shergal was actually working on a Galeos. See, there he is right now. There's Shergal. Say hello. He's not actually here. It's just a picture. Doesn't he look great? Okay, away you go. He worked on his version of the Galeos. He made a bunch of different parts. He had asked for and even paid to get some of them customized for his ship. That was then later adjusted because I then went through it and changed a bunch of stuff. And yeah, it was very Monty Python. So why don't we take a look? I feel like I'm just making you guys look at my face, but let's go to the actual work. Forgive me, we're going to temporarily show this one because I'm currently loading Blender. There we are. So let's take a look at Galeos. This is a great first look with all the... There we are. The garage door is just to the side. Yeah. I have more typos than content. This is the Galeos. Let me turn on with just like the sample. There you go. Sample. This thing, it looks very much like the Beta Centauri with a hammerhead. But there's a lot of custom work. Yes, from Shergal and from me. So I don't want to, there's some new connection methods. I want to go into like this front area. This lower hole has been changed dramatically and has extra connections and stuff like that, so it droops less. Shergal added a new landing gear spot here so that we can have support where it's needed more. Because it used to be back like here, I think. And now it's up here, which is significantly better. And let's actually go and look inside. There's other changes. Now these are some unique changes. The engineering has been moved one tile smaller, but you actually get more play area because it has, wait, let me adjust my stuff. Ugh. The engineering area, these pipes are actually included. It has a 3x3 area for play here, then a 3x3-ish here, and then a few spots here. So it's a lot of spots to put your minis for a gameplay. You also can put some boxes here to block off the... this thing must be so slow. That's the best part. These are just the cooling systems for the engines. These are the matter antimatter marriage engines by Aerodani Corporation Engineering. They take a little bit of some easy, reliable antimatter, the stuff that procured through discounts and such, and then we take some matter, some regular old matter from fields, and then we marry them together in a beautiful expulsion of energy, and that kinetic energy moves the ship. The batteries on the ship are not very good, so they have to the engines have to run pretty much all the time, otherwise the batteries drain instantly. But that's not important. The important part is you have 3 buttons and a fail-safe switch, which with great optimism we believe might work. You also get a new console that the people get to fight over. So one crew member and another one, hopefully you have an equal number of left-handed and right-handed, or in your crew, so you don't have to fight over the good console. And it's a standing one. Yes. Thanks, Doug, for the reminder, for like and subscribe and all of the things. It helps me eat. And I choose to believe the cooling systems are just the matter reclamation systems. Throw in a crew extra matter and gets on add to the antimatter matrix. How wonderful! That does sound like Aerodani Engineering Solutions. Soylent processors. Yes, that's how you eat. But the point is that this is a area that's been adjusted. Now, by making this one tile smaller, we actually get a significantly bigger galley, in my opinion, because the wall used to be here, and it was so cramped. You had to climb around the dining room and not fall in the giant gaping hole. Aerodani has not fixed the giant gaping hole, but they did make it to where you can, they have 2 suit lockers, 4 spots to sit. Well, technically 8 people could sit and eat in the galley now, which before I think was only 4 absolute maximum. There is 1 window, because windows were cheaper than doors, and Aerodani does all its accounting that way, and design that way, and insurance that way. And then there is the glass for the windows is extra, yes. And this is the door. This is going to be a door because this is the intended main entrance area into the ship for coming and docking in. This is the major one that's supposed to be used when you are in space or other areas. There is another. You can also enter through the cargo bay, which has a lift. But I imagine most people would use entrance for new meals, the port airlock. So that's done, and we still have a refresher in here. There is no gangway. Technically, you could make something jerry-rigged yourself, but there's no gangway adapter. No, sorry. Just kind of imagine it. Then there's the new neck, which has been simplified. At Eridani, we believe that all these semiotics just confuse and frustrate individuals, so we threw them all away. And now you just look around with your eyes. These are all the same except for over here there's some single cabins. None of them are very spacious, and they're kind of, this would be great to switch out with an angled one, but the point is, this is just a part of a stateroom pack, and it's all, that's something I need to mention too. All of this has been grid forged, so underneath you are free to make this whatever arrangement you like. All of this is just replaceable with something else. Yes. Yes. It's not an airlock, you need to have something attached to. Yeah. Anyway. Not my problem. Then we go to the bridge. The bridge was pretty neat. Shergar worked on this pretty hard. There's an upper area, and this is the new cockpit area. This used to be like a living quarters, I guess, in the old one. I mean, there were stations on the Hammerhead, but it felt more like living than bridge. And there's an I wish I could like show you the under. Oh, I can't. Just do this. There's this under area, and you can get to it through the little. Sorry. You get through it by this little ladder. Not ladder, stairwell. I thought that was neat. It was not living quarters. Yeah, the control's been replaced. Oh, we did have a bridge like this. I'm thinking of the original Beta Centauri. It's just like a living quarters. That's what I'm thinking of. Yes, jury cans. Yep. Oh, and the new, yes. These floors are pretty fun. I think that this floor is designed to print. Let me, be right back. I'm going to go grab, I actually have one right, it's still in my apartment. I realized we never released this particular floor as Grid Forge. And here is what that floor is. Let me just switch over. Whoa, sorry about that. I forgot my mouse was still bound to it. So this floor is pretty neat. It still has that feel of the old diamond floors, but it prints upright, which is what a requirement of Grid Forge floors is. So you still get that feel of a diamond floor. Because we didn't have anything like, we had the crosshatch ones, but they don't look like diamonds. These feel much better to me. Focus on the thing, not my hair. I'm trying to be Ben real quick. Anyway. This is terrible quality. Yeah, it's called a laptop. I don't have a I don't have a web camera besides the one built into my laptop. Yeah, GridForge is not designed for printing on side. Never was. Let's talk about that. That's a good question, Mojave Wolf. In fact, I'm going to take a moment and break from my normal. I was going to go into the upper hole, but we will switch to. Let's do. And let's take a look in this area. This is a 3x3 area for the vehicles, which means several of our vehicles can actually go in here. I believe that opens up the door. I think the air raft actually technically could fit up down there if you really wanted to. Please don't, but you could fit it. You could fit a rovers. You could fit 3 of the smallest rover. I think we have one. I think Albin worked on one, and I think it also is slightly less than 1 tile wide that could fit inside here. And we have a 2 tile wide rover too. All those could fit in this space because it's 3 tiles wide and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles long. I mean, that half tile I'm going to give to front and back too. The air raft does fit somewhere else though. That's a way better space. So to make it effort, there's something. I'm working on that, which we'll talk about another time. It's outside the context of the stream. So when we have our upper hull, the upper hull has been changed too to give more support to the grid forge areas because there originally wasn't. So let's go into the deck. The deck has this little fun dining area, I guess. Not dining, just recreation. This is all grid forge again, so feel free to put in your own items to make it more to your style. You cannot fit another of these though, because it's another stateroom because it's just slightly to the floor, the roof here is slightly over 2 inches. You get an airlock, and an actual airlock in an Aerodani vessel. Lounge suits required. We don't know why we wasted the money on an airlock here, because we totally could just let the whole area vent, and you just stay inside your room while people go out and then like wait for it to repressurize. It would have saved so much more money. In fact, the next version, the 2026 version, which will be 2027 version, which will be 10% more, will have that feature. 10% more expensive and lose a bulkhead, and we'll advertise it as more space for living. We'll also remove these as required items. Oh, Ben, we love you. I should make you stream next time. And then that could be good marketing speak. And then you have your garage. Now this garage is bigger than it used to be, and you can fit an air raft in it, and a true proper airlock, double thingy. I think that's kind of neat. Yeah, the top deck is 2 inches longer. One to the airlock, one to the garage, which I think makes it feel so much nicer. You also lost some of the... You better have a much better pilot, because the original version of, like, I think it's like something like that, and the original, but it looked so weird when I looked at it that it went down in size to make it feel better. Not out. So the pilot has a lot less of a runway. He has to it's not a runway. It's just hope you don't hit the ship. And then you have your air raft there, and that's pretty cool, I think. Then you have the deck roof. The deck roof is, there's another change. Just a lip. Just a lip. My RPG pilot would crash even with a 1 mile runway. Yeah. There's something really cool inside of here. So this front area has been redone to help sell a relaxation area instead of a cockpit, because this used to be the cockpit and it used to have controls and keypads and things you had to do. And I thought it'd be funny. So you might notice there's still the indentations of where the screens were. That was on purpose. I want to make sure people know that. I thought it'd be funny because it looks like they just retook the thing and they took the already indented for cutting out the screens, then just didn't do the cutting. And that feels like an exact thing Aerodani would do. Aerodani's always trying to save some money. So they found these. They were part of the plan. The indenteds were part of the original plan, and they didn't know what they were for, but they're there now. Yeah. It's just a funny thing. Then people might notice and be curious, what is that do not include? It just is the glass pieces that were never designed for print. A garage door that has been rotated each piece to fit into the track for looks, for renders, and one poly surface. I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's just another window. Fake windows on the sides, just to make it look better. That's everything in do not include. And I think it looks pretty neat. What do you guys think? And you're right, skill does not matter when dice hate you, and they hate you. Look at this thing. I think it's neat. I just think it's neat. I want to thank Shergal, and I want to thank Ben as well. See, Ben, I want to tell a little bit of story about this ship for a moment. Months back, we had to plan what's for Second Dynasty Day, and we could just do any of our existing ships and make it $22 and be done with it. But I really thought it would be nice to have another ship. But I remember what happened last time I tried to make a ship myself. I failed, actually. It was the Stalwart or the Rampart. I always forget the name of the ships. And Ben came in and saved the day. He finished making it and designing it and making it printable. So when I was thinking about how we're going to do it, how is Ben going to be able to make this done, I don't trust myself. And I still don't, since I think I should need to make sure I have everything ready before I promise a date on a ship. Because it's still, even working with this took so much longer and so much more mental capacity reviewing each part. Yes, Stalwart, thank you. And Ben, you wanted to make yourself, because you got the bug, I appreciate you how you saving my face there, but I was failing to make it in time. I knew I was struggling to get things done, and then you said you wanted to do, I think, and I was like, that's great. But taking the lessons from that, and seeing that Sugargirl actually was showing off the Galeos at the time, I think, Sugargirl, you actually sent it to just me and Ben, initially showing off that you were working on it, and then you started doing it. Yeah, two things can be true at once. And I thought it was neat because I actually really love the Beta Centauri. I think it used to be my favorite ship design. It's no longer that. The Galeos is not either. There's another ship that I really love the look of that Ben worked on. But I'll get to that another time. But it was still my second favorite. Yeah, you were showing an Alpha Beta Data channel. Thank you. I'm sorry, Sugar. I don't have all the facts. I wasn't prepared to share this. I saw it and I thought that would be so much fun to release because I'm not, it's not released yet, Ben. It's not released yet, so we can't talk about it. I have to leave them hanging on my favorite ship design. But the Beta Centauri was for a long time. I love the idea of the ship. I think it's a neat ship. I think it's good for play. I think that it's a excellent design. But the problem also was, Ben, you know what? You're playing good at this, but you don't know what ship I'm talking about. Never mind. Never mind. Let me get back to my story. But the problem with Beta Centauri was it had Traveler stuff. It also was done before Gridforge. And the Hammerhead was a cool addition, but it also wasn't really designed. It always felt weird to me that you had two cockpits, but there was no detaching element at play. Get back to your story, don't read this, got it. So the point being was, I thought it'd be really neat, and then this Hammerhead came out, and actually he addressed some of it, though Sugargirl did not admit to me until like way later, that top area was not done. It wasn't done at all in his thing. So we had to replace a lot of stuff to make this work. This part had to be redesigned a little bit. This one was a major redesign. A lot of these parts were redone. The engineering area had to take a major change because it just wasn't working. I first made an original thing, but I'd learned all the designs were based on sketches sent from Mongoose. So all of this had to be redone with a different feel and style. I reused, of course, everything I could. Like, you know what these are from. These are from the colony, isn't it? Kakata Station? Or something like that. It's from either that or from the original one. And then we add just a few, so one, two, three completely new parts. Yeah, T5 Charlie before Mongoose. And it's been an absolute joy to be able to make this. And I appreciate that, working with Ben, he really does give you a lot of leeway on what you want to do, but he also gives you good feedback on, okay, I say Cocytus, but I say everything wrong, so I wouldn't trust me. I'm very proud of how this came through, and I'm really glad that Ben let me do this build. It's been a real fun to do that, and I'm looking forward to getting it out for all of you. So you know what I also forgot's happening? This is releasing on the 22nd. It's releasing on the 22nd, and we will be giving out to everyone in the tribe. Actually, anyone that visits our tribe page, you don't have to be in the tribe. We'll be giving out for free 2 gifts. One is from that blasted Samaflan. I'm sorry, blasted. I can't say the last name correctly. I mispronounce everything. And then we have another gift package from Kathy Modeling. I can't say the middle word correctly, so I give up. These two have worked hard. They both use GridForge in different ways, and they have prepared a sample package with the discount code to their items. So you'll be able to get, let me go over this real quick. I'm going to go back to the cameras for a moment. You're going to get the opportunity to get the Galeos for a lower price. Yeah. Kathy Millett, modeling. Did I say it wrong again? I can't get things right. That blasted Samaflange. You get those 2 things are free for everyone. Millet. Okay. Thank you. You get that one. Those are free. They'll release the Galeos for $22.22 if you're in the tribe or use the discount code. After Second Dynasty Day, on the 23rd, the Galeos will go back up to $60. So even if you're in our tribe and we have that 50% off the whole month, it's still going up to $30. So just keep that in mind. It may not be exactly 60, it might be 55 or something like that, but that's the only day to get it at that price for the 22. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really trying to say it right. And all of that's so fun. And don't forget it, the bundles will be 50% off on the discount code and regular items. So even if you're in a tribe and you want to get a bundle, that's the right day to do it. And use that little coupon code. The coupon code's also in the description below. I think we covered everything. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about the sale? Free gifts for everyone. Ship. Bundles on sale. Oh, and Kathy Millett and Blasted Samaflange also have a sale, but you have to use the coupon code found in their package. Oh, yeah, there's also my Manufacturer sale on the 24th, 40% off. The gifts are not a surprise. The gifts are... Oh, another minor correction. As well as... Keep on talking as well as you can manage. I can't talk. I also am allergic to something. I don't know what. Thank you, Shadow. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you do the filament for the screens. You sent a picture of yours? The picture... Should I show the pictures of them? Kathy, can you send me a picture in Discord of what your package, the of your gift is? And I'm going to talk about this. The other one is, what was it? There's one other thing I was supposed to mention, and I can never put all the thoughts together quickly. This is why I need a John that's like to the side that tells me things about what I'm doing. I need to find one. What was it? There's all discount. Oh, this. There's one other fun thing happening. You know what? I guess we'll find out later. It will. And if it doesn't happen, John forgot. No, I meant. Oh, it's Kathy. You just sent me a Discord message. So let's take a look. I'm going to copy image address. What do they get inside of this package? That way I don't misspeak. Okay, let's actually take a look at the one. So the sale, I'm going to go to, I hope this works. I have no idea if it's going to work. Oh, it did not like that. I'm going to just try one more time. Because it outright glitched. Here it is. They get... Oh, I accidentally replaced the cursor. This is why John is John. There we go. There. I think that's a lot better. Thank you, everyone, for your excessive patience. Oh, dear. You get the sofas from the Medwing pack, that little sofa thing, and it looks modular. Though I do wonder, there's actually an upcoming feature of slicers. It's coming out very soon. It's in testing. It's not non-planar, but do you see this little area here? Where it looks like someone's butt in verse printed onto each spot. They're going to be planar, non-planar slicing. And here's what I mean. It slices it as a plane. Then it looks at only the top surfaces, and it looks and does a ray cast against the real model, the original model, to see its real height. And then only within that one layer, it goes up and down in that small range. So you still have all the same layer heights, still slice the same way, but you can post-process to where each area has a slightly more of a curve because you can go down as low as your minimum layer height, which on most printers is somewhere around 0.08, to your maximum layer height, which is on most printers 0.3 maybe on a 0.4 nozzle. And so you can actually go from that smaller super thin to the slightly thicker to where you can get that nice, little bit more rounded shape. It's a really neat feature. I've already played with it. Right now it's just listed as a post-processing script for Orca Slicer, and there's a fork that has it. So I recommend looking into that. It's pretty cool. Yes, an outbound subsidiary, not ominous corpo lingo at all. It's modular in 2 sizes. I would actually love that in Noctua Brown. That actually sounds like a great idea. Just saying, that would be amazing. Oh, I finally remember what I was going to tell you guys, and I don't know why people do this. I guess it's because we are very bad at explaining things. But the Second Dynasty Day is not Second Dynasty's birthday. Second Dynasty AB was formed a different day of the year. It's not even in February. But the whole point is, it's a joke and play on 2. Second Dynasty, second month, 22nd day. And it's just our fun way of doing that. Ooh. Oof. I'm trying to adjust my seat, trying to move forward. So, what are we at now? We're at 40 minutes. And what Project Servertopia is now here, which means we have to all skedaddle. and run away quickly. And I'm already seeing concurrent viewers is going down. So it's time for me to go. Oh, Ben, you've reminded me. I have to make instructions. I rolled 13. 4D minutes. 4D what though? Tell us about making the instructions are coming today. I'm actually taking the time to render out. And this is just a real brief part. How I do it is pretty simple. I'm doing straight. I don't mean to distract you, but this is. I just take little renders, and I actually switch it out to the. I could be pretty. I'm not trying to rush everybody. I actually use the workbench one for this. I find it really good at doing the attributes, and I can set my colors of each part. It's great. I also can turn on cavity, which is an amazing feature. So when it renders, let's see, can I get cavity to, let's see what that looks like. Normally we have, let me see what's going on. Why is cavity not showing? Yeah, I have cavity turned on. Oh, it's on set to world, that's why. You think, oh, and I need to put this on 1. So I really like turning on cavity. This is how, yeah, Ben used to do it this way before I made a whole visualization package, which was Deck Designer, 3DO now. So other people could be tortured with instruction making instead. It does its job. The cavity controls are amazing. It's almost like a free, almost like a free screen grease pencil or whatever it's called, where you have the lines for everything. It's very good at showing things off. 3DO is still great. My problem is getting it into 3DO, assembling it, then getting instructions made from inside 3DO. It's still not done, because then you have to take it from 3DO and turn it into a PDF. And I have to get it done today. Yeah, it's like blueprints. It's awesome. And you can change how you choose to render too for ooh, I actually really like that one. Feels more fun. Fun, fun, fun. And then we go through. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just having fun looking at it. Oh, there's also outline. I might turn on outline. This is way too much. I'm having... Oh, I just checked something I probably shouldn't have checked. Shadows. No, thank you. I don't want shadows. They only make things harder to see. There's also X-ray. I never use X-ray. Look at all these very fun things to do. Whew. Good for, yes. 3DO is good for bringing up project planning. It's easy to use. So you guys get it. I'm just glad to have you guys with me for this moment. Yeah, I never play with any of these little features. I don't look at this unless I have to. And we can do, you also can use the attribute, which is fun. Ooh, and there's also object. Don't know what object does. But I can actually use the material and set the things. Look at all these. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun looking at this. I'm going to work on getting this all done as a pretty PDF. I'm going to outline the clips you need. I'm going to go through and have little arrows and like and it's going to be orthographic, so it's going to be like Lego, and it's going to be, this is good content. You're very kind. You're very kind. But I know I'm going to work best. Then I'm going to show you an example of what we're going to do. So I'm going to take like this region, and then I actually set this up and save this as instruction mode. And there's this neat little called save incremental. I use it all the time. So I will start with Galeos instructions, and I'll name it as 1. And now I set up the first stage of what I want it to look like. And then I will resave it, and when that's good, I do save incremental, and it automatically makes Galeos instruction 2. And I set up my scene for that, and I move it around, adjust things, set up instruction 3. Now, you might say, John, that sounds like incredibly wasteful hard drive space, and you're right, it is. But I don't pay for that. That goes to Second Dynasty's bill, so I'm fine with it. And that's all I have. Actually, I was making a bad joke of Ben's case. I'm in reality, I move all of these objects into a temporary library, and then in Blender, it doesn't save the models in each file. It references the library and pulls them together, which is what I'm going to be doing in a moment. But I get like, I would outline and I'm sorry, this is fun, just to click things. What's that? Oh, these are the RCS thrusters I kept forgetting about. So I might do... Huh. This is the part that I'm sure everyone... I want to thank everyone for tolerating this, but I also know it's time for me to know when to go. Like, I might do that breakdown here and hide all of these. Just do it like a little bit at a time. I want to make at least one render. I don't know if I should even call it a render because... I do like this approach better. I'll just do that. In fact, I'm going to do it that way. That makes more sense. And then I'm going to set this one to orthographic. It's loaded. Did the stream die? Are you saying it exploded? You're saying because it's a joke of okay. Oh, you really were just saying it like, oh, it exploded like a joke. Not very funny. I'm not amused. We'll talk about it later. Now, I don't like 45. I actually find it confusing to look at. I do like 36. No, actually go above it. It's like 56, something like that. I find that makes my brain happier. Why is it not, there you are. Yeah, sounds like a volcano lottery winner. Ew. And then, yeah, this is all I do. Just make sure that it's clear. And I like label the parts so people don't get confused. So I might show like this go together first, then this go down. No. I don't remember anything we just discussed. It's really convenient for me to just go, yeah, we'll talk about it later. So I really like when there's something that I think it was Ben who does this, and I really like it. He just duplicates on the same scene and does like that. Are these slightly offset? No, they're right. Okay. He'll show it like this, and this will be a separate area. And then let's adjust this. Thank you for attending this very boring part of the session. Then he did something like this. And then he would do like arrows between them. Well, you're a kind individual. Right, I'm going to delete these just because they are visual noise. Actually, I'm kind of starting to like the idea of doing, this is all instruction making is. It's just planning out this stuff. There. And now I have a render ready to go of the first step. And I'm going to just set the other ones. Easier just to delete them. And no, I'm not going to delete them. I'm going to move them to another scene area. I use the word W to represent a working area. The more I'm working while I listen. Oxymoronism. And Kathy, you have good instructions. I've seen your instructions. I have. I swear it's it. And let's set to 19. There we are. And that should look pretty reasonable. And so that will be the first instruction set. You actually can already see this is exactly how it's going to look because I'm using the workbench editor. And I might even set all of these to be the same material. By using copy material to selected. You belong to working area. There. And now we have our little area. Yeah. Oh, wait, I want to read this. This looks nice. Lupo says, you're one of the very few who create instructions for your files. It's so much better than even the simplest instructions, not to talk about the beauty of the 3DO builder. Thank you, Lupo. I do loads of pages. And score the guessing. I just post bad pictures. And then I'm going to then, when I do the next one, I'm going to do the save incremental. So this is saved, Galeos Instructions 1. I really should have done a library, but I don't have time while I'm streaming. Then I'm going to do this one. Here's a neat trick if you need to be able to select and you don't want to select the camera. On cameras, I typically don't like having them selectable. In fact, I'm going to delete these extra cameras because we're going to use this one. So on this part, I just uncheck selectable. Then I don't have to worry about ever clicking it by mistake and adjusting it. There still is controls over the camera because you can still do this to control the camera. That's the shift tick. And if you need to go back to the camera to control it, you just do the tick and do view camera. Now let's go to the working directory. Did I accidentally delete something again? I did, didn't I? I deleted one file by mistake, but that happens. We'll get it back. So these, I'm going to change them. I'm going to go to a new and say used. Then I'm going to take this and do them a little bit darker. In fact, I don't like it that dark. Just something to differentiate between what was and what's new. Oh, you bought a replica file of an alien flamethrower once, and it had like 200 files, no instructions, only the photo. It's still not printed. Yeah, that's about right. I love, as a kid, I really loved Lego. It was I loved Lego interlocking bricks. And part of that was the amazing instructions. I remember even reading about how they made their instructions, which I thought was so cool. Okay, since I accidentally deleted something, I'm going to go to the Galeos. Since we have a do not include, we actually can delete these without... No, I won't delete. Deleting is not necessary. I've never done Lego, but I've done loads of IKEA. IKEA is something. Everyone loves Lego interlocking bricks. I agree with you. And who says they don't, they know they're lying. I'm correcting multiple words of your sentence at this point. So I'm just going to put that in. Go. I appreciate that you can just pop in parts from other files pretty easily. Oh, yeah, it would be harder to land with a giant gaping hole. Like dinosaurs. Look, it's a dinosaur. I'm printing a second edition 40K Thunderhawk gunship for a friend right now. It's all scans of the... Oh, none of the file names match the instructions. Perfection. So I'm going to pop these back over. We're going to not worry about the... You know, I don't actually know how the little click ones work. I probably should figure that out. We're going to bring in, and I'm going to move the working directory up. And this seems pretty good. And we can have space for this one and this one. And this one, I think. Actually, let's have fun with it. I'm afraid of doing too many parts, but this feels like a reasonable number of parts. And then we can turn off the working directory. Sorry, I'm Italian and building a toy for my cats while typing. My point was only that. Never mind. Never mind. And I do the different color for this to make it a little easier. That's all in the Warhol. Let's see. And I have this set to lock at certain intervals because I find that if I don't, I get confused. And it gets harder to get it right later. This makes it to where it's really easy to know, am I aligned? Am I not aligned? This, and I want to talk about another thing that very much upset me, and it's the lack of, when I first did this, I was bothered that they didn't have, oh, it's 10. Oh my goodness, it's 10. I really should, let me just, so you see how I do the instructions, you see the main points, the viewership's great, I want to thank you. I love it that John was trying to start the stream 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago. They all said even PDFs. Everyone, understand, you have to skedaddle. See you for the 22nd of February. That's this Sunday for 50% off the Galeos and everything and the bundles. Coupon code down below. Enjoy free gifts from Kathy Millett modeling and that blasted Samouflage. And Ben is working away on Kakita Station, and it's going to be a real fun treat. I'm going to keep working on these instructions. Be well, be wonderful, eat fruit. Please eat fruit. You're not eating enough fruit. And eat more fiber in your diet. Please. Okay, that's everything I got. Like, subscribe, share, all the other things that they want you to do and say. Ciao. End.